from northern lights to death rays, and how electromagnetism haunts our everyday life. This is On the Conversation by Alexander Taylor, PhD candidate, Social Anthropology, University of Cambridge. Electromagnetism has haunted the human imagination for thousands of years, from the ghostly northern lights of ancient aurora mythology to the evil electromagnetic forces in the popular TV show Twin Peaks. Electromagnetic energy continues to endure as a source of spooky speculation, and its mystical fields and mysterious frequencies have inspired spiritualists, New Agers, paranormal investigators, and conspiracy theorists alike. Electromagnetism was first discovered in the 19th century when scientists recognized that the interaction of electrical currents and magnets could make objects move without touching. And this suggests that the apparently distinct forces of electricity and magnetism were actually intimately related. Hans Christian Ørsted, Michael Faraday, and James Clerk Maxwell proposed that invisible electromagnetic fields and waves were behind this spooky action at a distance. Their experiments marked the beginning of the electromagnetic age and paved the way for a radical new understanding of the dynamics of the universe. Victorians suddenly found themselves living in a world newly conceived as awash with unseen electromagnetic entities, and these dynamic forces, fields, and fluxes provided a logic and a language for occult occurrences. Physical to psychical. New technologies were developed to visualize, access, and unlock the mysteries of this previously unseen, inaccessible energy world. The telegraph and later the radio tapped into unseen regions of electromagnetic radiation. And these technologies allowed for a form of disembodied communication that opened up imaginative possibilities for contacting the dead, they said. That's what they thought. Media historian Jeffrey Sconce has explored the role of the electromagnetic imagination and the spiritual movement, from whom the mysterious force offered a vital link between physical and psychical realms. Electromagnetism continued to figure prominently in the 20th century. Explorations of supernatural, UFO, poltergeist, and other paranormal encounters were often accompanied by a disturbance of the local electromagnetic environment. White noise on radios, static on television sets, car engines switching off, or domestic appliances acting strangely, tropes that persistently featured in horror and sci-fi TV shows from X-Files to Stranger Things. Electromagnetic wavelengths, filtered and field meters were deployed to register these energetic presences. And for some, the real spooks were not the ghosts or aliens, but the electromagnetic fields themselves, generated by the transmission towers of the military-industrial complex. Electromagnetism proved a wellspring for conspiracy theories related to energy weapons, mind control, and weather warfare. Early experiments with wireless transmissions had led to many inventors, including Nikola Tesla, Guglielmo Marconi, and Harry Grindle Matthews, claiming they built a death ray that could direct a powerful blast of electromagnetic energy. And the mysterious Tunguska event of 1908 in Siberia, the largest impact event on Earth in recorded history, may be linked to Tesla's electromagnetic energy beam experiments. The Soviet Union's Duga radar system that released the famous Russian woodpecker signal around the world, and the US government's High-Frequency Active Auroral Research Program, or HAARP for short, instigated tinfoil hat fears of radio frequency brainwashing, and there is speculation that the recent health attacks on American diplomats in the US Embassy in Cuba were carried out with some sort of direct electromagnetic energy weapon. Everyday electromagnetism, often dismissed as pseudoscientific paranoia, these fringe theories nevertheless expressed a growing concern about the health risks of living within an increasingly electromagnetic environment. Alongside the natural electromagnetic activity of lightning storms, auroras, and space weather, an accelerated array of man-made electromagnetic fields were being generated by modern electrical appliances and the power grids, radio antenna, and mobile phone masts of the industrial landscape. Cultural anxiety surrounding this electromagnetic pollution were succinctly articulated by Don DeLillo in his 1985 novel White Noise. The real issue is the kind of radiation that surrounds us every day. Your radio, your TV, your microwave oven, your power lines. Forget spills, fallouts, leakages. It's the things right around you in your own house that'll get you sooner or later. It's the electrical and magnetic fields. More recently, in Mark Frost and David Lynch's 2017 revival of Twin Peaks, the ambient electromagnetism that forms the background of our technologically driven daily lives becomes an omnipotent, sinister force. The mundane landscape of electromagnetic infrastructure, the pylons, telegraph poles, and plug sockets we're trained ourselves not to see, take on supernatural significance as portal generators to extra-dimensional negative spaces. Lynch's film often worked to reveal the horrifying forces beneath the mundane surface of everyday life. You can take a look at the palpitating insects swarming amid the manicured suburban lawns of blue velvet. For Lynch, it seems, the really scary thing about electromagnetism is how such a mysterious force can appear so utterly mundane. The way the strange energy is permanently present in and yet never noticed, the way the monolithic infrastructure goes by completely unseen, the way we seem too anesthetized and technology dependent for the possibility of fear or fascination to even arise. And here the truly disturbing thing about electromagnetism is not that it reveals a weird new world, but it reveals how blind we are to the everyday weirdness of the world. Today, in our world of ubiquitous Wi-Fi, smartphones, data streams, and contactless emanations, it is the data ghosts of our digital lives that we increasingly imagine to haunt the electromagnetic realm. Mysterious yet mundane, palpable yet immaterial, and existing at the edges of perceptible experience, the energies, forces, and fluxes of electromagnetism continue to power and perturb our everyday life. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.